everybody, good morning. It's pretty windy today. We are at Rushton Woods Preserve. This is part of the Willistown Conservation Trust. So we're going to do 3 different loops here. Okay, so a couple important things to note here. The preserve is only open from 8:30 in the morning till 6 p.m. at night. No dogs are permitted on the property and no bikes as well. So as you can see, we're hiking through a farm environment, and this is really important. This is a special type of farm where they're focusing on nature as well as growing crops here. And what's really cool is they're donating 15% of their crops to the local food bank, which is pretty awesome. So they're doing some good work here. And you can kind of just see a lot of native plants and things as well. Got some milkweed. That's all done for the year. So there's some beehives here. So this preserve is 86 acres, and what's interesting is there's a few sections of it. There's the farm section, then there's going to be more of like a forested section. So this is a federal bird banding site, so they're tracking a lot of the birds that are coming through here, so that's pretty cool. And we're just following the red trail at first. We've had a pretty disappointing fall in terms of fall color. So I'm closer to the Philadelphia region, so our color always changes a little bit later on the trees around here, but it's just kind of been hit or miss. I know other people are reporting this too. We don't know if it's like the drought or what it is, but it's like you'll see a little bit of color and then some trees have completely dropped their leaves already. Others are totally green. It just doesn't seem to be consistent this year. So you can kind of see out in the distance, a few oranges, a few reds, but not that dramatic color that we're used to seeing. So this is the area they use for the federal bird banding program. You're not allowed to sit here. On the ground. These are black walnuts, and they have this outer green husk. And then what eventually happens is that comes off, and there's like the black layer, and then that's the walnut that you could crack open. You can make like a black walnut cake, but I think it's a lot of work and it stains your hands. So chimney swifts are in deep decline due to deforestation, the loss of large hollow trees as natural nesting sites, and old chimneys being capped or torn down. Their small but strong feet are tipped with 4 sharp claws which act as grappling hooks and require the safety of an enclosed area like a chimney. So these mimic a chimney structure. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat to see those chimney swift artificial towers to help those birds. So we're done the meadow loop, and now we're going to do the woodland loop. These are short little trails here. You can connect to all of them from the same parking lot area near the farm, so we're going to check this one out. Still very pretty here. It's certainly super quiet. Got some small mushrooms on this tree here, little clusters of them. Then they get bigger and then are on the back of the tree. There's a lot of them. So this section is gravel contained between these railroad ties. If you take a look here, you can see this massive tree fell. And look at that huge root ball there. How it just uprooted itself, maybe in the wind or a storm. to Google Lens, this is likely from a red-tailed hawk. And it is a pretty big feather, you can see. Kind of next to my shoe. It's a good size. So you know this comes from a bigger bird. So a couple of blowdowns on the trail, but nothing too bad. Only in that one small section. So otherwise the trail's in really, really nice shape. For things being so dry, there's a good amount of mushrooms and a lot of the logs around here. So going to hike at a farm preserve might not be on the top of your list, but I really recommend it. It's beautiful here. All right, so this is a sensory trail, a self-guided 1/4 of a mile loop for the visually impaired, but for use for all to enjoy. It says follow the rope on the right side of the trail, stop often to touch, smell, and listen. And then there's some interpretive signs. This was a Girl Scout Gold Award project. I love to see this. My daughter was a Girl Scout. She did a Gold Award project as well. And then this is in Braille. Really neat. And then here is a little log you can sign and some different items that you can touch and explore. It's interesting because I had seen the white and blue and all these ropes as I was hiking and thinking, oh, what is this? But this explains it, that it's a sensory trail. So this is only 1/4 of a mile, but I think this is such a fantastic idea. So something bad happened to a blue jay here. You can see all the feathers, maybe a fox or something got it. So we're making our way, finishing the 1/4 mile sensory loop here, and this is the last trail that we have to hike in the park. But I just want to take a second and say thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I've got a lot of videos coming up that you're really going to want to see. If you like what I'm doing here, consider becoming a channel member. I offer channel memberships for $1.99 a month, and that gets you access to a special pool of members only thank you videos. I believe I have almost 20 videos up. So there's a lot of really interesting things that you'll get to see just for being a member, and then I'll also shout you out at the end of every video. As always, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.